Hello there, you beautiful people, and welcome to this lecture where we're going to be finishing up this All the Coins project. So in this video, we're going to make the rest of our coins and learn about polymorphism, which after inheritance, abstraction, and encapsulation is the final principle of object-oriented programming. So we're going to be using polymorphism to change little pieces of a coin's behavior and allow some coins to rust and others not. And finally, we're going to make a demonstration of all that we have and take one of each of the coins and print out data for them in a nice table that you can show your friends or anyone that's interested in looking. So by the end of this lecture, you're going to know about the final principle of object-oriented programming, polymorphism, and you also have a nice shiny set of coins to buy some chocolate with. So let's go to it. Alright, so we've pretty much done all the work really. All we need to do is copy and paste this code for the pound coin and change some data to make each coin specific. So let's start at the bottom with the 1p coin and just copy and paste our pound coin class. So I'm just going to make some space up in here, paste in there, and I'm going to call this 1 pence. And I have to spell it like that because I can't type the number 1 because you're not allowed to start classes with a number. So I actually have the data already pre-written. So if I can just find where that is, here we go. So I've got this data dictionary here. I'm just going to take that and I'm going to remove this from here, paste that in there, and there we go. So if that is done correctly and indented properly, that should be fine. So this is for a 1 pence coin. And you can see that the value is 0.01. The color is bronze. When it goes rusty, it goes brownish. Okay. And all other data has been changed as well. So I got this data from the Royal Mint website, so it's pretty accurate. Like that matters. But anyway, next comes, that's it, right? That's all we need for another coin. And now let's do it for the 2 pence coin. So let's just paste this information again for the 1p coin. It's another class. We're going to call this the 2 pence coin. And we're going to go back to my stuff here. We're going to take the data from in there and go back to our Python script. Delete the data. Just paste that in. Okay, and make sure the indentation is correct. Okay, so that's that. I mean, that's another coin. Can you see how quickly we're making coins now that we've set up the structure correctly? Okay, let's go with the 5 pence coin. So I'm going to copy and paste this. And I'm going to change some of the data in the 5 pence coin to the 5 pence coin values. Here we go. Get that there. Okay, now there's something interesting about the 5 pence coin. Okay, and well, any silver coin really. You can see that the clean color is silver. We need to override the standard behavior for the rust and clean methods because 5 pence coins and silver coins don't rust. Okay, so we just need to override the standard behavior that we're getting from our parent class. And this, when you override some behavior, when you have a function with the same name, and we're still going to have rust, right? It's just going to do something different. And when you do that, when you have a function, the same function name, but it has different forms, it has different shapes, it has different versions of itself, that's called polymorphism in object-oriented programming, because poly means multiple, morph means form. So when a method has multiple forms inside a class, that's polymorphism. Okay, so the way that we're going to do it, we're going to override the rust class in the parent, which is up here. We're going to override it so that it says self.color equals self.cleanColor. Okay, so it's not going to happen. We're not going to have, even if it rusts, you're still just going to set it back to the clean color. Okay, and I'm going to do exactly the same for clean. So self.color is going to be self.cleanColor. I'm not sure if I even need to do that because it's actually already inherited that. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it there anyway, but it's not necessary. And that's what polymorphism is, you guys. So that's it for the 5 pence. We've got, all these coins have rusting and cleaning methods, right? But we've just defined a new version for the 5 pence coin. And I actually need to call it 5 pence. Okay, 5 pence coin. That's better. Now we're going to move on to the 10 pence coin, which is another silver coin. So we're just going to keep this the same value. So where's that gone? There's 5 pence. Okay, this is going to be the 10 pence coin. And I'm going to copy and paste the data for the 10 pence coin, which is over here. Okay, where's that thing? There it is. Okay, and I'm keeping the rust and the clean with the overridden versions. Now I'm going to get the 20 pence coin. 20. Where's it gone? 20 pence. 20 pence coin. Take the data for that, and you can see this is just, it's just repetitive, right? I mean, but we're making completely different objects, but because we've set them all up in a nice and easy to use way, now it's just copy and paste, isn't it? So let's just get rid of the data. There you have it. Okay, so we've now got the 20 pence coin. Now for the 50 pence coin, let's just copy and paste this. And here, this is it. 50 pence coin, right? Yep. So let's just go and copy and paste the data for that. We're nearly there. Nearly there now. So there we go. There's that. Okay, we've now set up our 50 pence coin. The final one is our £2 coin. So because that can rust, in my version of it anyway, we're going to just copy and paste the pound coin again. Call that £2 coin. And actually, our class names should start with capital letters. So I'm just going to edit that. 1 pence in capital. 2 pence in capital. 5 pence in capitals. 10 pence in capital. 20 pence, 50 pence, pound, and I'm going to call that the £1 coin, and then we're just going to have the £2 coin, and I'm just going to copy and paste the data for the £2 coin, which is in here. Copy and paste, and make sure the indentation is right. And there we are. There we have it. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 objects, as well as a parent class here. Well, 9 classes in total. And just by setting up an abstract class, one that's really general, all we've got to do now is just give a different dictionary, and we actually have completely different behavior for all of these things. So let's watch this working, shall we? So let's right down the bottom here, let's make a list of coins. And in our list of coins, we're going to have one of each type. So we're going to have 1 pence. We're going to have 2 pence. We're going to have 5 pence. We're going to have 10 pence. We're going to have 20 pence. We're going to have, and actually what I can do is I can break the line there. We're going to have 50 pence. Going to have £1, and we're going to have the £2 coin. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're just going to loop through each of those coins. So for coin in coins, what we're just going to show some information about it. So the arguments that we want, or the stuff that with the information that we want the coin itself. We want the coin color, we want the coin value, we want the coin diameter, and we want the coin thickness, and the coin dot number of edges, and the coin mass. Okay, now we've got our own list of that stuff. Our string is going to look like this, the string that we're going to print out. value is going to be this, and diameter in millimeters is going to be something else, and the thickness in millimeters is going to be something else, and the number of edges is going to be something else, and the mass in grams is going to be something else, and that's that. Okay, but now to set this text up, what we're going to do is we're going to format. Now, are we going to put in like a load of parameters? Are we going to put in coin, coin.color, coin.value, coin.diameter, coin.thickness, coin.edges, coin.mass? No, we're not. What we're going to do is we're just going to unpack the arguments, and that's going to put them as parameters in there. Okay, so that's where we'd use unpacking in a in format. Okay, so that's going to make that nice string for us. Quite a long line, but we'll deal with it. Okay, and then we just want to print out. So what we want to do is just now print out this string for each of the coins. Okay, now it's going to be ugly, but watch this. Wow. Okay, so we're pretty much there, right? I mean, that's very nice in the sense that we're getting the color, the value, the diameter, and all this stuff for each of them. But what the heck is this, right? That's just ugly. Well, that's what happens when you just, and I wanted to show you this. You can see here the first value that we are printing the coin. Okay, if you print a coin object, this is what you get. Well, that's what's coming out here. How can we tidy this up a bit? Well, there is a way, and it's using another special method. So let's go all the way up to the top here at the coin level, in the coin class, and there's a special class called str. Okay, now what this does is $_str $_. This defines what comes out when you print that object. Okay, now we want it to basically say, if it's a 1 pence coin, it needs to say 1 pence. If it's, it needs to say 1 pence coin or something like that. And if it's 10 pence coin, it say 10 pence coin. If it's a £1 coin, it needs to say a £1 coin. So how do we do that? Well, first of all, it's going to look like this, isn't it? It's going to return a string. It's going to say like 1 pence or £1. Okay, so the way that we're going to do it is we're going to take a value, and if the value of the string of the coin self dot original value, right? If the original value of that coin is over £1, then what we're going to do is we're going to return a string that says that value coin. Okay, and we're going to format that with the integer version of the value, because we don't want it to say £1.00 coin. We just want it to say £1 or £2, and that needs to be greater than or equal to 1. Okay, but if it's less, that needs to say if, doesn't it? But if it's less, then what we're going to do is we're going to return, say if it's 1 pence, right? The value is 0.00, like this. We don't want that. We want to times the thing by 100 and put a pence there. So like that. Make it all capital as well. So it says coin. We're going to format in there the the integer version of self dot original value times 100. Okay, now that's going to define how it's printed. Now if I run this, we're going to see it says 1p coin, 2p coin, 5 pence coin, 10 pence coin, 20 pence coin, 50 pence coin. Then when we get to a value over or equal to 1, it's going to say £1 coin, £2 coin. Now I'm just going to zoom out just a little bit, configure idle, change the text to say, I don't know, like about 12. Hopefully you guys, it's a bit small. What about 16 or something. Maybe we can do a bit better than that. Let's just say 20 then. Is that good enough? No, that's too big. Goodness gracious. 18. Go for the middle. There we go. Okay, so now you can see that we've got all of these coins. We've looped through them. We've printed out the type of coin, the color, the value, the diameter, the thickness, the number of edges, and the mass. And you can see that there's different values for all of these different coins. Each one of them is its own class. Each one of them is its own object as well, because these are actually the object values that we're printing out here. And, you know, we've really done a lot in this project, that's for damn sure. The main thing we got from this lecture, however, was polymorphism, right? You saw how you could have one object, one parent class right here, the class of coin, with its own functions and stuff inside, and then you could override the functions for some of the children classes. That's called polymorphism. And is that all that OOP is for? Is that all we can do with it, making coins? Well, of course not, right? You can make loads of really complicated things, and most of modern programming is based on this, to be honest with you. So in the next project, we're going to apply what we've learned in this project, because some of it might still be a bit vague. You're not really sure where it fits, right? It's all come kind of as a blur. So in the next project, we're going to make a bank. And it's actually less complicated than this example here with all these coins. It's quite a lot less complicated, but it's going to serve as a good recap of everything we've learned in the course so far. So for that, I'll see you in the next video. But you've got a lovely set of coins you've got here, so make sure you buy yourself some chocolate.